Let's put aside the whole Commander 35 conspiracy that he made like 1.6 million on call options on Redbox. Okay, and now I think he made even more money on the way down. Who knows? The guy maybe made something close to 2 million. Let's put all of that aside for a second. He always, it's him and Commander 35 and Chad Clifford, those two. Okay, it's like you can't beat me. You can't win. Remember Adrian in Rocky 4? Remember she's like, you can't win. You can't win. Just give it up, man. It's like, but they don't. And you know what's funny is that it's like they're digging their own grave because they keep giving me more content and more content and more content because they won't you know what the funny thing is? If they would just leave me alone, right? It's like, let it go. I probably would have no more content. You see, I'm disservicing myself by making this video because I shouldn't do it. Because by every time they make a new video about me, they give me so much content. Like, all right, so let's start with like Chad Clifford. I'll give you a perfect example. I was kind of leaving him alone. I wasn't breaking his balls. I went out one night, like what was it, a couple of days ago. I got completely like hammered, okay, where I was saying like nutty things like, I want to like fool around with 18-year-old girls, 19-year-old girls, like 50 of them a week. I went nuts. Like I was pulverized, right? So now, of course, Chad Clifford, that was like his dream come true. That was like, forget about it. It's like the greatest night. I had the time of my life. No, I never felt this way before. Like, I gave Chad Clifford like an early Christmas gift, right? So he's psyched. He starts making all these videos, like where he's interviewing me. So, hey, Father, how do you feel about the AMC, revolution and, the MEEP stocks, and how are you holding and what keeps you strong? And then he'll show me like drunk say, I just want to be with every 18 and 19-year-old girl in her prime. I want like 50 of them every week, right? So he's like, obviously he's doing this to humiliate me. He wants my wife to kick me out of the house. I understand. So I now have to get him back. See, if he didn't do that, I would have probably left him alone. I wouldn't have bothered Chad Clifford. But because, he dukes on me, well, I'm gonna duke on him. So I go visit his Asian wife, right? Where she gives me a happy ending and a tremendous massage. You know, it's crazy. I go into the spa. It's called the Rainbow Spa. I walk in. You got to watch the video. I blatantly ask the woman who works at the front desk. I'm like, is Chad Clifford's wife working today? She like, yes, yes. Not one time, but two times, right? Two times. So now she takes me to the room, the massage room, right, with the bed. I'm like, will Chad Clifford's wife be servicing me? Oh, yes. I love it, right? I love it. So now it's the same thing with Commander 35. It's like, look, you already like I look like me. Look, I look like Gandhi. It's like, he says peace, peace, love, and peace. But anyway, so, so it's bad enough that he's saying Commander 35. There's no possible way this dude made $1.6 million on call options on Redbox. It's impossible. I spoke to people. You understand? Like, I have a guy in Greenwich, Connecticut. He's an AMC ape. The dude owns like a ridiculous amount of AMC. Like, this is a big time player. This guy is no nonsense. He's got like 50,000 shares, and he's got a ton of GameStop, and also he plays with options. He's a big options guy. So I have to admit to you, I don't know what I'm doing with options. I don't do options. I buy shares. I hold shares. That's it. I don't know the options game. I don't know how it works. I know Little Play. I remember I used to talk with Little Play. Little Play was big into options. But anyway, getting back. So I talked to this guy. He's huge, he's a big trader. So I said to him, listen, let me ask you a question. There's this guy, Amish Boy 35, Commander 35, right? Right. He's claiming he made $1.6 million on call options on Redbox. So I mean, could you just run me through, like, he's claiming he got involved something like $2, $3 a share, obviously rolled this thing up to whatever it was, 12, 13, whatever the case may be. So the guy's like, look, for him to make that type of money, he was explaining it to me, okay? He said to me, you're looking at, he's probably going to have to buy 10,000 call options of a red box at that price. Now, for every dollar it'll go up, he'll make 100K. So obviously, if it went up 16 points or whatever it is, he made $1.6 million. So, but the thing is, you need to have a lot of money up front. The guy was explaining it to me. He's like, yeah, man. He goes, he would need somewhere between like 100,000, 150,000. Like I'm talking when it was at $2 or $3. Okay. He's like, yeah, he would need to shell out 100 grand, about 150 grand. So here's the thing. Commander 35 doesn't have $100,000. He doesn't have 150. Where's he getting this money from? This is the same dude who drives a $200 car, pulls out a fistful of 20s. That's like maybe 150, $200, says he wants to get ice cream. Where is this dude getting 150,000? Where is it coming from, right? The guy owns only 300 shares of AMC worth maybe 6 grand or whatever it's worth, maybe 4 grand. Why do you say so? At these current prices, like under 13, it's worth like what, 4,200. So he just doesn't have the money. So he's going around telling everybody he made 1.6 million. But it's impossible. It's impossible. You did not have the required startup money. Now, let's go a step further. If he did have the required startup money, let's just say by some miracle, the dude, I don't know, put roofies in some dude's drink that happened to be a millionaire, got, took the guy home, somehow got access to 150,000, whatever case may be. Let's say he actually did it, right? You have to understand that options is so risky. It's like you're talking about that his options could possibly have expired to be worthless. You understand? They could have been worthless. Now, if you watch Commander 35, because I actually do, I actually watch him. He doesn't realize it. And I listen. I listen to everything he says. He always comes across like a very like smart guy with money. Like, do you notice that? Like, listen to his videos. He'll say things like this. You think, hey, father, I'm going to be like you, where I'm going to waste $400, $500 on dinners? He goes, no, no, no. I save my money. I save it. Okay, because my family is going to be financially secure. Okay, so does that sound like a guy? I want you to really think about this, right? Does that sound like a guy who's going to put 150,000 in options where it could expire worthless? You think he would do that? No way, Jose. No way. It's just so it's like it's just not possible. It's not possible. So obviously he's lying, right? Now here's the thing. I kind of started to let it go. You understand? I was like, whatever, look, I made a few videos on it. I proved my point. God, the peace and love, peace, serenity, peace. So anyway, this is, I can't, every time I look at myself, I'm laughing at myself. I actually look pretty funny. But the thing is this. Uh, I should really get a haircut like this. Can you imagine if I got like a big green afro? All right, but let's put all aside. Anyway, right. Here's the thing. So he comes into my live chat today, my live stream, and he starts breaking my balls. It's like, that's what I'm saying. They don't leave me alone. He starts breaking my balls. He's like, hey, father, like within a month, you're going to be down to 5,000 subscriptions. So you know what I tell him? I'm like, but I'm still bigger than you. Like, look, right now I have like 10,200 subscribers, right? Commander's got like 1,500. So even if what he's saying is true and my subscribers go down to 5,000, I'm bigger than you. It's like, I don't know. It's like him and Teddy saying, look, I love Teddy. Teddy's my brother from another mother. Teddy, I think of him as a good friend. I always break his balls, but I think Teddy knows that I actually, think of him as a good friend. Okay. He's like my amigo. He's my power. So this is the thing though. But Teddy's the same way. Teddy and Commander 35 have a very strange like logic. They have this logic where they're like, look, I make one video and it'll get like 2,000, 3,000, or 4,000 views. So it doesn't matter if I make 100 videos where I'll get 40,000 views, right? It's like they just completely like zone that shit out. They're like, nah, man. Nah, it's all about one video. I make one video, I get 4,000 views, and that's it. I'm bigger than you. I'm bigger than you. But it's like if I'm making 100 videos and like, I'll give you an example. The last 3 days, I got over 100. I got about 106,000 views in three. Ready? Uno, dos, tres. In 3 days, I got 106,000 views. That's almost like the total views, Commander 35. I think he always got like 130,000, 150,000 views. So since Commander 35 started, let me put it to you another way, right? Since Commander 35 started, which I don't know, he's got to be doing this, I don't know, 6 months or longer, right? I got in 3 days all of his views. Yet he still challenges me. He still F's with me. Oh, Apefather, I make one video and I'll get like 2,000 views. Oh my God. And like you'll get like 100 views on your video. So I am better. I am bigger. But what's the difference if I do 100 videos? If I'm getting 106, I got 106,000 views in 3 days, you lunatic. You psychopathic lunatic. So any which way you twist the coin, I am the bigger YouTube channel. I mean, I'm not trying to break it. It's just reality. Look, if someone came to me and said, Richie, you're fat, it's reality. I accept reality. Like, what am I going to tell somebody? I'm skinny? Imagine someone comes to me, Richie, you're heavy. You're very fat. What am I supposed to say? I'm not fat. What are you talking about? I'm in great shape, perfect shape. I'm skinny. Do you see? I accept reality. I embrace reality. But there's these YouTubers. They live in a fantasy land. They don't embrace reality. So they're like, it's like that. You know, ever that show? Remember Tattoo? Like the plane, the plane, the plane. This is how they are. They go into fantasy island where he has to make up all these because he's trying to be like Lou. Commander 35 is trying to be like Lou. He saw how Lou lies all the time. You know, the two Teslas, the Porsche, the penthouse, turning down millions of dollars from corrupt banks. And he sees that Lou's got like 85,000 subscribers, like 60 million views. Commander 35 figures, I can do this. I'm going to start lying. So that's what happened. I made myself life-changing wealth. I could retire at 23. I made so much money, I don't have to work a regular job ever again. But it's not true. It's not true. Okay. But again, I was going to end it by saying, check out these hot nipples. Look at that. Nice. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to show you that real quick. If he would just have left me alone, you understand? And if Chad Clifford would have left me alone, I probably wouldn't have went to go visit his Asian wife and got a happy ending and got a massage. But it's because they keep pushing my buttons. They keep messing with me. So remember, I come back tenfold. Whatever you do to me, I will hit you back tenfold. But if they want to keep playing the game, listen to me. Let them play the game. My advice to them is to just like leave me alone, stop bothering me, and give up. You will never beat the Apefather. You will never beat me. But I know they're not going to give up. So you know what? Kudos to me because they're going to give me so much content. They're going to help me reach my 1 million views. Just those two. Just Commander 35 and Chad Clifford are going to help me upload 1 million videos. So let's effing go.